Where do we want to start, brothers?
Wherever you want to start, my man.
You got the keys.
The world is your oyster.
The world is your oyster.
I know your OVO brother dropped something today. You know.
I almost wore the chain. I almost put it on.
Scary time.
Scary times.
Okay.
Scary hours. How y'all feel?
Was it scary? Was y'all afraid?
Did y'all listen first? Let's start there.
Yeah.
It was a nice 3-pack.
Okay.
I liked it. He was talking that shit.
Y'all gotta stop playing with Aubrey.
That lemon pepper lemon pepper freestyle shit.
I just got my chain, but I feel inclined to rap.
You know what I appreciate about Drake is that he will never lose that chip. That sucker shit that took place while he was a kid wasn't long because he was already on TV by the time he was hitting high school. So it wasn't that long of a period of time. But it's just the fact that the system in which he grew up in, he was around so many rich kids. And I know they gave him the business throughout that time because he continues to still have that chip today.
CG, I think you got that one wrong.
Is that right?
I know what you're saying. You know what? No, I'm sorry. You don't have it wrong. I'm going to say in addition to.
Gotcha.
In addition to that, because I do think that that's very important. And we got to unpack that. So please don't let me forget that. But I do want to add, and then we can go back.
Yeah.
The amount of shit in hip hop that niggas just forgive and allow talent to sort of be the catapult or the forgiving element. The one person that they haven't done that with is Drake.
Got you.
And when he says it's like all that black excellence shit apply to everybody but me, and I should be the one y'all champion for real. Like how that work?
I mean, he's catapulted by a group that I will not announce.
The Jewish community, 100%.
I'm not talking about him.
100. Nah, but it's part of the context.
I get it, but I'm going through it right now, and that is the one community that you cannot speak on as a black person in America, which is nutso to me because black people in America should be able to say whatever the fuck they want to say at this point.
I see what you're saying.
If you're not gonna give us reparations, we should be able to say whatever the fuck we want to say.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? But that's a particular group that you can point to a moment in time that is actually a part of history that is talked about. They do not talk about black history whatsoever in America, and therefore people don't know. Therefore, we can't say certain shit about a community that there is history that is written in books about. Like they do teach it.
Yeah.
It's a frustrating thing. I'm dealing with it right now, so that's why you feel it, like it's in my tone.
Real. Okay.
You know?
So let's go back because I think you say something very interesting about. I think you said something very interesting about childhood upbringing, and because Dave Chappelle has said it. There's a few, even was that me and you talking about Charleston White? No, me and Push Charleston White, bro, who's killing the internet right now. Salute to him. I do like his commentary and his interviews and everything. His outlook, because what he's saying ultimately, I agree with. Being just gonna put it out there. Dave Chappelle says something very interesting. He's like, no, I didn't grow up poor and in the projects. I grew up in the middle class to be exposed to a wealth and a comfort that we couldn't afford. So it's like you there, but you really can't participate because you just barely there. And
it's another class. It's another viewpoint. You know what I mean? Like you're not the tallest mountain on there. You on there somewhere, but you're above the valley.
And it's rarely talked about. And I think part of me, I don't know if you relate to that, G, but I like the perception of your upbringing is like the people closest to you who may.
That's the story of my life.
You know, it's like, oh man, you got this. Your daddy pick you up on Saturday. What? Like, wait a minute. I'm like, oh man, my favorite story to tell. And as I slowly exit the culture scape and like the cloud that my ego has around memory and shit, my favorite story to tell lately has been getting the 14s, the 14 lows from you. You had them, and you wore them, but they weren't whooped. And I came over, and I was like, "Cuz, can I have these?" He was like, "Nigga, yeah, take them." And I took them, and Grandma cleaned the shit out of them. Like, they looked brand new. So I wore them to school on Monday. Like, ooh, Monty, that's why I don't fuck with you. Y'all hella rich. Sir, I just got these from my cousin. My grandma's just nice with the pine spray.
With the Revive game, yeah.
With the Fabuloso. Grandma can make them motherfuckers like they just came out the box.
Bro.
She was notorious for the Unc had a box as tall as me full of shoes, and Grandma be in there head first, throwing the motherfuckers out, finding something fresh, and then clean them up, and then I be clean. And now y'all hella rich with this. It's just context. Mm-hmm. Nobody asking no questions though, and so I think the obviously the interracial element of Drake, and then sort of the status or the class association based off of his mother being Jewish, the community he was raised in, and it's like y'all got this, got that, and people just completely disregard whatever your experience is. And so to your point, that chip is there. But it really is getting. I mean, and perhaps there's something that we don't like. We will never have context to. I'm solely going based off the music, and every time Cuz pull up, it's an event.
Gotcha.
That's all I'm going off of. The music is just dope. And then when it's like. They say it, they question a lot, but the thing they don't ever poke fun at is the flow, because niggas don't really want that smoke. He not lying. I don't know. Is it just me? Because that lemon pepper, boy, listen.
That's the bag that you can only appreciate from bruh. Like, whenever he does that, whatever time he's in whatever time zone, flip flops in the water, whatever the hell losing the pad, whatever the hell he wants
the BlackBerry.
Bro, whatever he wants to overly explain to you.
Hey,
like,
shout out to the nigga that got
nonchalant though.
Shout out to the nigga that got that BlackBerry and didn't have the Drake cadence, and it just. This bomb will self-destruct. It's like, nigga, nigga, KG used to say that shit all the time. You could write it down, study it, film it, rewind it, do what you need to do. You can't stop it. Nigga, I will hand deliver you the sauce. It's not filtering through the entity that is me, so it ain't gonna come out fly, nigga. You can have it. I think that's the thing that's getting lost.
That's right.
Whenever, Quentin wrote this, such and such wrote this. All right, nigga, then why they not on? It's got to count for something. We'll get it.
I mean, that was his moment. Like, when that shit came out, that was his moment, and he tried for a second, but I get that probably made it a lot harder for people to listen to, but. If you got it, you got it. And that was the moment. Like, you're not going to have more eyes on you, more ears on your direction than in that moment.
What tape is that? That's if you're reading this, it's too late?
Yeah.
Go back and... when was the last time y'all listened to that?
Not too long ago.
I went
through Drake's... I went through the whole catalog recently.
There's a lot of songs on there I like.
That shit aged exceptionally well.
Oh, for sure.
Like...
It's right in the vein of a lot of the... kind of like the Baby Keem type area that, like, that's another thing to talk about. Fucking Baby Keem's a fucking song that he just dropped.
Bro,
but,
this was an exceptional week for music.
Oh, what?
Just art, period. Come on, I'm so proud of hip hop, bro. So proud. Hove on the business front, Drake, TDE on the business front, Lil Baby, Quavo, let niggas know. He the best hoop rapper out there. Hey, all right, Quavo, keep popping that shit, nigga. And get these ankles right. I'm outside, nigga. What? Hey, he was giving them niggas the blues, bro. Did you see that shit?
Nah, I missed it. Bro.
Lil Baby was in the corner trying to mix, and then Quavo just watching him beat his shit and just looked at that nigga like, nigga. I said, oh, these niggas is sick. That's we were rehearsing for the show. And for whatever reason, Sharp had just got a package from the Warriors. And I'm like, Sharp, you hoop still? He's like, nah, it's been a minute, but I can knock the rust off, whatever. I was like, All right, nigga, just be getting ready because we gonna run into them Dreamville niggas on tour, nigga. Like,
That's real.
and I'm not making no excuses. Like, as soon as we see them, Cole, let's go. It's a gym down the street. Already got it booked out. Yo five Dreamville versus Grand National 5, nigga. What's up?
Film that one.
Quavo, get your 5 ready. We coming.
Film that one, and somebody's gonna try to confiscate it. It's gonna be like that.
This can never come out. The Hove and DMX battle.
No, it's gonna be like that and that Nike one where Brad dunked on LeBron.
Not Jordan Crawford.
Jordan Crawford. Yeah.
Get the tapes, everybody.
Snatch that quick.
Everybody get the tapes.
Snatch
This can never surface.
What?
We're talking Drake, and Scary Hours. The one thing that the people aren't discussing,
Shoot.
the leak of the album, so to speak.
When did it leak?
Remember a month and a half ago, that was
The album that's coming out.
we don't know what it was. People are assuming that it was an album leak. Drake never publicly said what it was.
Oh, the songs that he put together on that compilation.
Nah,
No. It was it wasn't even a title. It was just a Drake. It's just a Drake album leak that was going around.
Got it.
And it has some joints on there, but it wasn't stellar, so to speak. But I also Lex, I hope, or at least hope one of y'all are my witness that when we spoke about it, I was like, yo, this is a business play. This ain't an album leak. That shit is 2021 for fuck's sake. Nobody's leaking an album. This is a business leak, test the waters, but also you need beta.
Yep.
Artists need shit that they can just throw into the system and figure out what the fuck the climate is to sort of forecast how to have engagement and ultimately leverage their IP. So the album leak comes out top of the year. All right. This is what we can do. This is how we can move. Bet. Laugh Now Cry Later came out in the midst of the pandemic and really was a moment because they were able to make it a moment. I wonder what the break even was on that because I'm gonna go to shut down the Nike campus was already shut down, so it wasn't a matter of like shutting it down, but to have the film crew there, to have the KD cameo, the Odell cameo, Dirk and them on the Sea-Doos in the fucking pond. That, like, wonder what the overhead was, what that was versus what the song ultimately did, right? So beta.
I think he could pull that off with the budget. Like the budget of, if the budget was $1 million, which is probably like the median for him. I think that was $1 million.
Universal already said it's blank check for Drake, but there still is ROI no matter what the situation is, and it's not in the sort of amateur space that we're thinking on this level. At that level with the partnerships and shit, like Coming to America. If everybody noticed it, it's like how can they afford to just give this to Amazon Prime? I don't know if people were tripping off all the ad placements that took place through that movie.
Yeah, it's a sponsorship.
This is a completely different landscape of artistry now, and you just got to pay attention to the signs. So the album links top of the year, see what it is. Okay, we know we got a couple solid features that's rocking. He's around. We still hearing it. Some little acting cameo pop-ups. All right, he's here. The 3-pack comes. It's not a 3-pack on accident, y'all. Gotta just see what the landscape is on the number. What's the numbers? What's gonna resonate? Why it's resonating? It's you gotta cast the bait out there just to get some information. This shit is amazing to watch.
Yeah.
I told somebody he's checking to see what flow he's gonna. I think he got a couple of different Loverboy albums. He's like, what flow is the people feeling?
Yeah.
So I know which version of this Loverboy to give him.
Yeah. What's resonating? What's resonating and why it's resonating, right? And so the one tweet that you saw consistently was the line in and around like Fame. KD reposted it. A bunch of the rap blogs reposted it. It's like, oh, he in his pseudo realism bag. And then is he trolling Kanye or is he paying homage to Kanye? Like I think they're going to feed into that on some wrestling shit for real.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they've already pieced it up.
You know what I'm saying? It reeks of that in the most of ways that it could be as far as entertainment is concerned.
Yeah, more than any other time in probably the history of rap. And that's like, I mean, because it has a fairly new, it's still fairly new. But beef in today's age is big money. And then the piece up is even bigger money. So it's going to be a lot of those type of situations where somebody creates the beef in order to then piece it up. You know what I mean? I think we're going to get a good amount of those waves. I mean, we've had it already, but I think we're going to continue to get it. I don't think there's really going to be lifelong beefs in the amount of money that is being circulated right now. Like, all this shit is WWE. Everything. More than any other time in history. Like, it probably started from a real point, but now there is so much fucking money to be made. Now, there's going to be casualties, people that don't know the difference. You know what I mean? And they're in like the early stages. You know what I mean?
Please don't skate past that. Please don't skate past that.
That's right.
You're bodying the forecast of the landscape, because I believe that too. The piece up and the staging of the tension is going to be so lucrative, and there are going to be people that attempt to do it without the full scope and the full control of the situation, that are going to be casualties, and not even just like on some like they gonna die type shit, but they're not just the sustainability of it, like the mental capacity of it, like the manipulation aspect of it, like it's real chess.
Yeah, because for most people, you're gonna get one shot at that, and it better hit. You know what I mean? Like, there's only a few people where it works multiple times. Like, 50's funny, so that's why it works so damn often. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have a certain type of personality, and he also just doesn't give a fuck. Like, the 50th law, like, he does not give a fuck.
Yeah,
he doesn't have anybody to give a fuck about. So therefore, or who gives a fuck about him? So therefore, that's how he goes into all of his engagements, which gives you the ultimate tool. You know what I mean? Like, people ain't playing with that exact same information. You know what I'm saying? But for the most people who actually care about things and get their feelings hurt about stuff, you know what I'm saying, they're not going to be able to tell the difference.